Welcome to the most positive podcast, the highest energy podcast, the most charged chakras you will find anywhere in the gaming community. Mind. What's your favorite chakra?
Body.
That's not a heart. You mean heart?
Heart.
I don't know any of the chakras.
Me neither.
What
I'm
can you
saying,
give me a list? I can pick mine. What's
Mind,
yeah?
throat,
Okay.
heart,
Yeah.
stomach,
Oh.
groin,
Okay.
I call that one.
also known as
Kevin?
Sorry, Sean.
the love chakra. And I skipped one at the top. Right, crown chakra, the most powerful.
That one. I got that one. Dibs.
I really wanted the fucking groin, but I guess
Let him have the groin.
I'll take.
I
the
will.
stomach.
No,
You gave
definitely.
up the groin one.
Sean has the most kids, so he's definitely got the charged love chakra.
That's right. Fuck
That
you, Kevin.
groin chakra is on fire
Once
with
you
that
get
guy.
5 kids,
No,
talk to me.
You had that
Yeah,
chakra all
talk
snipped
to him
up.
then.
Rocco claims the crown chakra.
That's right.
He thinks he has the most psychability, but no,
He's a food influencer.
stomach chakra.
He's the food influencer.
Yeah.
What
But
is
I
that?
got to be smart in order to make good decisions.
That would be the mind chakra, not the crown.
And that's what
no,
Jack already had.
it's all of the.
You're taking all of them.
My crown's powerful.
I'm gonna take the throat chakra, obviously. Voice. I'm a good speaker.
Yep,
I say stuff and it sounds so good.
It's true.
You listen to my voice and you go, damn, I could fall asleep because it's so relaxing, or I could run a marathon because it's so inspiring. Goes both ways. It's beautiful that way.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds. Kevin, heart chakra.
100%.
This guy's, he's in touch with all the spirit beings.
Yeah.
But this is also, forget the chakras, we're so many other things. Sexiest podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
People Magazine. Now that Blake Shelton, honestly, this is what I thought. Now that
Yeah.
Blake Shelton has won People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive,
Yeah.
there's hope for Rocco and Sean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There already
What about
was
you?
for me.
You don't have hope?
No, they've never made a Puerto Rican guy Sexiest Man Alive.
Is that true?
I would be the first
They
ever.
really haven't?
I
It's
don't know.
never happened.
Well, I think you should be the first.
The Rock was a couple years ago. Denzel Washington was a couple of years before that. Those are the only guys who even come close to being on my level of sexiness. Everybody else has been like, Adam Levine, Brad Pitt. Now Blake Shelton. They went with just the fat guy. Dad bod. Dad bod.
I just, man.
What?
I told them that I felt bad for him when I saw that because he's clearly fucking not, and everyone's gonna call.
What are you talking about?
It. Blake Shelton.
What are you talking about?
He's not.
What are you talking about?
There are millions of other sexier men than he, and I feel bad for him.
Name one.
now.
Yeah.
Name
First
one.
of all, okay. This is what my mom said.
Uh-huh.
And this is not a joke. My mom said they got it right.
They did.
Those were her words.
nailed it. She said-
I want to know.
She said,
Yeah.
she's like, I said, Blake Shelton, sexiest man alive. Do you believe that? And she goes, they got it right. And my mom, by the way, is like 68 years old.
Right.
She's fucking old. And she said, they nailed it. He is sexy, which I like my 68-year-old mom.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. But she's
Sure,
like, he's so she just kept saying it. He's so sexy. And I was like, do you know who he is? She's like, I know who he is. He's sexy. And then she said, it's not all about body. It's about personality. And he has a sexy
women feel that way.
personality.
A lot of women feel
Is
that
he
way.
charming? I've never seen him do anything, so I don't know if he's charming or not.
To which I thought, okay, you know, it's nice that he has a sexy personality.
Yeah.
He should still have a sexy body. I think if you're getting sexiest man alive,
You have everything.
it should
have
be
it all.
it
Full
should be
package.
both.
Yeah.
Full package.
But you know what? Credit to Blake. I congratulate you. You are sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it further. Sexiest man alive or dead.
Oh.
Sexiest man there has ever been.
Yeah. And that's him still?
Sexiest man in the history of the world. Name somebody who's sexier than Blake Shelton. I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Channing Tatum.
Ew. What?
Yeah.
You think Channing Tatum
Mike.
is
Have
sexier?
you seen Magic Mike too?
Have you seen Magic Mike too?
No.
No, Magic Mike Double XL.
Is that what it's called?
Which
I haven't seen any of
They
Magic
said
Mike.
that movie flopped.
Ew.
Yeah, guess why? You put Double XL in the title. Everyone thinks it's going to be a bunch of fat asses.
What about Justin Timberlake?
Ew. That
No
guy
JT?
is a skinny tweaker who
he's a
makes
tweaker.
fucking pedophile bait movies.
Oh.
Why is he making...
music.
Yeah, he's all about trolls. Like, ooh, I want to get all... Okay, first of all right, follow my logic here. Before you call me a freak, before you call me a contrarian...
I'm ready to follow.
He's all about bringing sexy back. He's all about, oh, I'm hot, I'm sexy. Turn around, kids movie.
Yeah.
What?
I'm bringing sexy back. Here's a children's movie.
Exactly.
That's confusing.
Who are you bringing sexy
Mixed
back
messages.
to?
Sure.
Justin
Okay.
Timberlake. Now it's all these like second grade girls that are like, Justin Timberlake. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Ew.
Sure.
Justin Timberlake should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
What are you and Roy Moore gonna go hang out? You doing the campaign song for Roy Moore next?
Probably.
Okay.
Asshole.
Sure.
Justin Timberlake fucking supporting pedo shit. Ew.
He dressed as, he dressed as
What?
like Bert or Ernie at
Yeah.
Comic-Con. Oh, guess what? Wow.
Exactly.
He wasn't a cool adult character like Deadpool.
No,
He was-
open Hollywood secret. Justin Timberlake is doing
Uh-oh.
weird kid shit.
That's not good.
Mm.
He was on
The more you think
the
about
Mickey,
it,
the Mickey
more it
Mouse Club
unravels.
show
Yeah.
with a ton of other kids.
But he was a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, but
He was gonna grow up.
yeah,
no, but
yeah,
seriously,
right.
all those other
You can
kids,
justify it however you want.
all those other kids on that show grew up to do adult shit.
Right.
Justin Timberlake is still fucking
Yeah.
muddling around with the kid shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Fucking sicko. Gross.
He was in the Social Network. Why was he perusing the Social Network?
Exactly.
He's throwing out a line. Throwing out a line.
You have to be 13 years old to be on my social network. Ew.
Yeah.
How about
Says that in the movie.
how about
Opening line.
18 years old?
Opening line.
Why did Justin Timberlake decide that you have to be 13 to be on Facebook? That's fucking suspicious.
And not only that, when Facebook was founded in that movie, you had to have a preschool email address, or it might have been college.
Either way,
Yeah,
it's some sort of
remember.
school-related shit.
Yeah.
Grown-ups were specifically uninvited. And that is the kind of shit Justin Timberlake pulls.
Yeah.
And Sean thinks he's sexiest man alive. Gross.
Wow. Somebody in the chat brought this up. This is a great point. He wants to be the new king of pop. Who was the old king of pop? Enough said.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what'd you have to do to get that crown, Michael? Michael, you hear me up there? What'd you have to do? 'Cause JT's doing a pretty good job, I'd say. Get that Jesus juice out. Hope you saved a bottle.
Yeah.
Don't take the propofol.
Gross.
What?
The propofol. I'm not here to talk. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to talk about the medical.
So Blake Shelton, the only famous guy who's not doing weird sex shit at the moment.
okay.
Which is probably why he won. Actually, now that I think about it, he's the only one who's safe. You could leave your daughter with Blake Shelton, and despite how sexy he is, you know she's going to come back.
with the voice.
That's
The only thing she's going to come back with, like Rocco said, better singing chops.
yeah.
She's going to learn.
And a beat by Pharrell.
Yeah, she's going to have a sweeter singing voice, and that's it.
Yeah.
She's not going to be broken, battered woman like anybody else on
she's
the
not gonna
voice.
be-
What's your problem?
She's not going to be sent to the bottom of the Timberlake.
You're realizing your mistakes now.
Yeah, I just realized that he was the sexiest man alive.
He is sexiest man alive.
Well, I guess we can confirm that, guy.
Daughter or son, because Blake, he goes both ways. Non-binary. He's going to protect everybody with his sexiness.
Thank you,
yeah.
Blake.
Thank you, Blake.
So they did get. In other words, your
They
mom
got
was
it right.
She got. They
My
got it
mom is always right, and she was right about Blake Shelton before anybody else. Everybody else on the internet is complaining about Blake Shelton, and I suspect their motives. Frankly, you're up to some shit if you don't support Blake Shelton. Somebody in the chat says he's racist and homophobic. I don't confirm or deny that. I don't know one way or the other how that goes.
Nice stance on that one.
I don't know enough about Blake Shelton to comment on that.
Yeah, just everything else about him.
I just know he's sexy and he's gonna protect everybody.
He's got a great personality.
Yeah.
If he's not racist or homophobic.
If he's racist or homophobic, I might have to reconsider. But until
that can't be right.
Until
they wouldn't have picked him.
What is that? What are you basing that off? His Twitter? Those are comedy tweets. You can't take that stuff seriously.
Yeah, the same. People tell me shit about the president too, that he tweets all this stuff he shouldn't. It's a comedy site. The Twitter is all comedy.
Twitter
so
is
don't worry.
yeah. Twitter's a comedy site. Exactly. Donald Trump's tweets, don't take him seriously. He's doing a bit.
Yeah, he's doing a bit.
He's the entertainer. You ever heard of the entertainer? Like the famous, like like classic entertainer?
Yeah.
Donald Trump comes from the school of entertainment, so he knows how to keep the wheels
He had
moving.
a TV show. It was a great show.
Exactly.
He knew how to do it.
Multiple TV shows.
It was The Office and him and his show. Whatever it was called, the president. Anyway, welcome everybody to the podcast. We're doing this. I just wanted to say, as it is tradition, this is the Thanks Cast. But you know, I'm saying this year we change it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on record and say this is the no thanks.
No, this is the most positive podcast.
Oh, it is. Well, that's why I want to get rid of these negative Nancys. And so I want to say right now, you know, I want to say shame on Charles Manson for killing Lil Peep, because I thought you killed enough people. Shame on you. He had to do one more on the way out.
Funny. That's not funny.
Well, they went.
That's not funny.
All right.
You're making fun of a 21-year-old who died on Xanax.
Is that what killed him?
So
I really didn't know that. I'm sorry.
That's what you're making fun of.
I didn't know that.
And you're saying Charles Manson, a serial killer who killed a baby, is involved with that?
Did Charles Manson kill a baby?
Well, Sharon Tate was pregnant.
Sad.
Oh.
Sad day. This just got real
I don't
negative.
honestly know a lot about.
You know what? I started listening to a podcast called Young Charlie about young Charles Manson, and it is interesting. That guy was fucked up.
I heard.
No surprise here.
What? Now that he's dead, reports are coming out. Charles Manson had demons. I don't know if you heard that.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know if you're aware about that, but that guy had a dark past that nobody knew about. Demons.
Yeah.
Charles Manson, apparently, even though he never killed anybody, is considered a serial killer.
Right, because he sent people to do it.
Is responsible for 9 deaths confirmed. Might be more. One of them was a movie star who was almost about to give birth to a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was Roman Polanski's.
Roman Polanski's wife.
And son.
Yeah. And then he got so distraught, he did fucked up stuff himself. So the world sucks.
Yeah.
But we're positive. We keep it positive.
Yeah, I'm changing this back to the Thanks Cast. We're gonna keep it
Charles Manson trying to ruin it.
In memory of Lil Peep.
He's haunting us.
Let's everybody sing a lyric of our favorite Lil Peep song.
Okay.
Starting with Rocco, since he brought Lil Peep up.
I was gonna cut that part out. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know who Lil Peep is. Trying to think.
Okay.
Strangers in the Night. That's Sinatra. I don't know.
No, I think Lil Peep could have covered that. That's good. Let's move on. I think that covers everything.
Yeah, I think we got it. Anyway, this week we're heading into you know, Thanksgiving coming up and all that stuff. So you know, we're keeping it fly, we're keeping it low key this week, you know, this is a very stripped down podcast. You know, cook a turkey and pull it up and put it on your iPad and just, you know, soak it in, because that's the way you do it. That's the way we do it on a holiday week such as this. Are you guys excited about Thanksgiving? Are you surprised it's here already?
I am, yes.
I can't believe it's already here.
It's already here. I am very excited about it. It's like my favorite food coming out, you know. I try not to eat stuffing or anything like Thanksgiving really related until Thanksgiving, and then I go to town on it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I save myself for the day.
Are you at any...
You treat it like sex?
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there any place that you go where they serve stuffing that it's not Thanksgiving?
You know,
I can't think of settings that I'm in where that's
Never had stuffing. They sell it year round, but I've never had it
Denny's,
outside of Thanksgiving.
Starbucks does a stuffing sandwich. Coco's has it.
Oh,
Gotta go Coco's.
Those sandwiches. Is that a new trend with the sandwich with the stuffing and the turkey and the
Yeah.
cranberry sauce? Because
I've
damn,
been doing that my whole life.
You ain't going to
it's the best.
Coco's.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
it's the fucking best.
There was a big revelation when I was at one of my favorite sandwich places is Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah.
Just outside of Disney.
Not as good as Coco's.
Oh, okay. But anyway, they have a holiday sandwich there that is awesome with turkey and cranberry and stuffing and some kind of like there's mayonnaise on it, but it's not like a regular thing. It's some kind of spread on it that's Thanksgiving-ish.
Oh.
I don't know what
Gravy.
it is. But anyway, one of my favorite sandwiches ever. And I was commenting to Kevin that he was saying it was good, but I never see him get it. I was like, I'm surprised you never get that. And then Kevin dropped a bomb on me.
I do.
Kevin changed my perspective on him was forever changed.
Wow.
You want to tell what the revelation was?
I eat turkey and cranberry sandwiches almost weekly.
I couldn't believe it.
Turkey and cranberry sandwiches are my favorite sandwich of all time, second to peanut butter and jelly.
Where do you get these turkey and cranberry sandwiches?
I make them myself.
You've never made us one?
I buy cranberry sauce and turkey.
Wow.
Bread and
what else is on
so
there?
he's the opposite of you. He's doing Thanksgiving year round, weekly.
The crazy ones are for Thanksgiving, one with
52
stuffing, all that stuff.
year.
Yeah.
But the basic one that's just basically bread, mayonnaise, turkey, cranberry sauce on it.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
That's my all-time favorite sandwich.
Damn.
Oh.
Yep.
Damn.
So yeah,
you got one and you're like, oh yeah, I don't get it. It's like, well, I had one before I came over. Like,
yeah, I was like, you always say it's good, but I'm surprised I never see you order it. And it's like, yeah, about that.
I'm trying to think of my favorite sandwich.
That's up there for me. That holiday sandwich at Earl's is top.
That's really
maybe
good.
my favorite one. And it used to be seasonal, and now it's year round.
Yep.
So I'm very happy. But yeah, what do you think?
I don't know.
For me, it's they have it at Submarina where it's like the bacon, avocado, turkey, get some sprouts on there, onions. Oh.
See, I'm just a classic BLT man myself.
BLT is great.
BLT is
good BLT with that thick, crunchy bacon, fresh.
Yeah, you got to do that right.
Crispy lettuce.
I will say that the tomato,
juicy tomato slice.
Tomato can fuck you on that though, because it could be pretty shitty and ruins the whole sandwich.
And honestly, the unspoken hero of the BLT, the mayonnaise.
Oh yeah,
little light touch of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know what? I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna say slop it on. I'm gonna say slop.
Shocker. Didn't think that'd come from you.
I'm gonna say fucking dump the jar out.
Wow, Rocco wants to slop something on a sandwich. You're blowing my mind today. Whole new day.
I really thought I've always been able to you got to get the mayonnaise amount right, but sometimes when they go a little heavy, I'm like, I can still eat it. I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, I'm gagging. There's too much, whatever. It's like, okay, that's a little more than I probably wanted, but I'll eat it. All right. So that's why I thought I would do so good at the Christmas cast with mayonnaise. Yeah. I thought I could tolerate mayonnaise. No, it's not a big deal. And I've never been more wrong in my entire life. When you eat a spoonful of mayonnaise by itself, it's a different food.
No shit.
You taste every ingredient.
Egg.
Yeah.
Every ingredient is just egg, right? What do they make mayonnaise out? Isn't it just
egg and oil and
you just whip the egg.
Yeah, but
is it egg white or the whole egg?
Too.
I think it's the whole egg.
Maybe. When I used to work at Subway, I mean, at this point, 15 years ago, it was interesting to always see people's sandwich preferences, and there were some people with the mayonnaise that was like, "There's no more room for mayonnaise. Like you are fucking done." And it's like they basically say, "I'll tell you when to stop." And so. Okay, and some squeezing, like going like this, and I was waiting, and it doesn't happen. I'm like, we're gonna stop.
When you work at a regular restaurant, you make the food and they take it. Like when I worked at Papa John's, I made pizzas and I felt like I made them perfectly.
Right.
I honestly felt a little bit jealous of people who were receiving these perfect pizzas. But when I worked at Subway, you are kind of the slave to the person, and then you have to make something to their standards, and sometimes you like in the back of your mind. Start judging these people, and you start feeling like, oh fuck, you're telling me to put more mayonnaise on this shit? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh man.
Whenever I get Subway,
you're dying.
The amount they put on is always good. Here, whenever I was like, okay, that's good enough.
That's how I feel.
When I went to Texas, it was like, oh, just mayonnaise. Okay. And they're just, and they like, it kind of started squeezing. So they like shook it more to get more to the end and then to put more on. I'm like, oh my, they killed it with mayonnaise.
Now it's Subway, they have light mayonnaise. Like,
they've always had
it's like low-fat mayonnaise.
I
didn't realize.
Yeah, that's been around forever.
When I like just a little bit of mayonnaise, just a little bit. So I said, okay, I get light mayonnaise, and they slopped on like 18 gallons of the light mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's the same amount of the light mayonnaise.
You have to order a little bit of regular mayonnaise.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the perfect, when I made the sandwich and nobody was fucking with my style, I would do this perfect mayonnaise roll where I kind of like lightly fold the mayonnaise back over itself. Oh, yeah, that, just let me do it for you.
At Subway, do they always have the bottle with the 3 nozzles at the end of it?
No,
because they have that now. When you do it, it's 3 nozzles, so they can just do 1 pound. And it's 3 lines.
2017, ladies and gentlemen, new sandwich technology.
But then I see that people taking that and just going over like 8 times.
All right.
And it's like,
now, can I expose some Subway secrets?
Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna say some bad shit.
Oh no,
I shouldn't fucking say.
Well,
this.
the biggest secret's already out, so you can get the rest.
You have to cut the bread at Subway.
Yeah.
And they give you the sharpest knives on earth to cut the bread. You probably did this too. So many times. I shouldn't say this.
Yeah.
I would slice my finger while cutting the bread.
No, I would never do that.
Yeah, like more than one, because the knife is so sharp and you have to cut every loaf. I'm telling you out there, if you go to Subway, you have eaten blood.
Oh my God.
It's happened.
You blood people sandwiches?
If I did it,
oh no,
other people have done it. And I'm telling, this is the secret Subway doesn't want you to know. Because I was just a 16-year-old kid. They don't hire fucking rocket scientists to work at Subway. They're getting fucking dumbasses from high school, or they're getting fucking yokels. I hate to admit it, people, but it happens. People cut their hands when they cut that bread, and they bleed on your sandwiches.
But you're watching them. You can see, like...
No! Because the knife is so sharp. It's these minuscule little razor slices. Sometimes I wouldn't even realize till the sandwich was done. I'd look at my hand and be like, oh, shit. I cut myself.
And stuff?
Yeah, they're like little tiny fucking... They're cheap-ass fucking plastic gloves. Subway is not like a expensive... I'm getting like hot and sweaty. Just think... I'm confessing here.
Oh, my God.
And I feel the heat. It happens.
Wow.
It happens. Sean is denying it. It happens.
There were times I would cut my glove, never my finger, but I cut my glove and think like, I don't want to change that. I'm just gonna touch the bread. It's fine. So like they get my finger touching their sandwich a little bit, but I wouldn't bleed on it.
You thought Jared was the worst part of Subway.
Turns out it was Jared.
You were wrong.
Wow.
It's not just me.
Wow.
And it was never like a geyser of blood, but I definitely would cut my finger sometimes cutting that sandwiches.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, if anything can go, Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So they should pre-cut those loaves. You'll never think of Subway the same ever again. Yeah. That's not even the worst. We worked at Subway. There was so much fucked up stuff happening at Subway.
But that guy who we worked for was a crazy person, like legitimately a crazy person. So I think we had a weird one.
He brought a gun into work once.
Yeah, it's a franchise.
You never know what you're going to get in a franchise.
Who owns that particular Subway, and we had a weird one, so it's okay.
Go to a rich person's Subway. Go to a Subway in the rich part of town. Legitimately, there's a part of San Diego that is not nice. There's a crime-infested part of San Diego. I went to a Subway once there because I was driving through. I was like, let's go to Subway. It was behind bulletproof glass.
Yeah,
and it was like to pay and get your sandwich was like. You ever seen in a movie like a bank teller that has like a bomb-proof box where it's like you put the money in the box and you close it,
they can't open it until it's closed. Yeah.
That is how you exchange the sandwiches. And I just thought are people bringing bombs to this Subway? How bad does it get here?
Yeah.
Everything is encased in bulletproof glass, and there's a bomb-proof box to exchange the money for the sandwiches. It's crazy. Subway stories. At that Subway, they're doing more than just bleeding on those sandwiches.
You can't stop them.
You can't stop them.
Glass can't stop that.
So think about it. Anyways,
we had game days last weekend.
Yeah.
Can I talk about that?
We
or
did.
Should we just pass over that? I'll let you decide, Rocco.
Oh, it's up to me. Ooh. I say we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Game days. best game days ever.
Oh my god.
Best game days of all time.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah,
we're not just saying that.
It really was.
Ask anybody who went to game days this year. It was the best game days of all time.
It really was. And it's funny, like going into it, we obviously it's a 2-day thing, and the first day when we have our own private event, I always hope that goes good, but running a live event, no matter what the size is rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Tough. It's a lot of work.
It was the biggest game days we've ever done.
Definitely. And so, but that's intimidating. It's a little scary.
We had exhibitors come out. IDW Games was there.
Yeah.
Anime Trash Swag.
Shouts out. I gotta say thank you to Anime Trash Swag clothing company selling exclusive MEGA64 clothes, but also exclusive shirts and jackets that they had just designed. I saw a lot of people wearing their stuff.
Yep.
Big thank you to Keith Apicary, our first ever returning guest, and Fatal Farm, creators of Lasagna Cat.
Yeah.
What? Go
I was
ahead.
going to say that Fatal Farm was great. Everything was great.
Mm-hmm.
They went so above and beyond for their panel and raffle that I couldn't even believe the effort they put into it. It was crazy.
I was in communication. I was the one talking with them kind of leading up to the event, and I had no clue it was going to be that level.
Yeah.
They put 150% effort into everything they did. Whether it be the panel, the presentation itself was so in depth. It was, as someone behind the scenes of Game Days, I was happy just because it was a good panel.
Right.
But as a fan of them, I got everything I could have ever wanted.
Yeah.
In terms of behind the scenes and just everything they showed. But also, they brought prizes for everybody. They told me they were going to do that. I knew that ahead of time. They brought props from their videos. Okay, cool. And he told me when I was talking with him ahead of time, like, yeah, I've got some props laying around. I'll bring those. And so I'm like, oh, cool. They're going to throw them in a bag and bring. Right. They shadow boxed and mounted these prizes, which were we're probably not going to show them on this podcast, but they were presented in such a pristine way with plaques and oh my god,
that way better than our presentation.
Fucking expensive to do. One of those was that's $150. This is fucking crazy. Yeah. So that was Kevin got one of those things.
Yeah, I did.
He had
a fan couldn't fly with it, so
we should just say one of the they gave out several prizes.
What are you afraid of?
A few
exploded dick.
Yeah, they gave out exploded dicks from their RoboCop remake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No shame. It's a part of the human anatomy. It's beautiful.
That exploded.
It's beautiful.
I was just not expecting quite the level of presentation that we got with them. But they presented them in these boxes, they shadow boxed them and mounted them with a little plaque and a photo of the video they were from. It was incredible. Yeah. And just about everyone who won them, those dicks could not fly with them. So our good friend Jason, our artist friend Jason, who was dying for one, ended up getting one, and then Kevin got the other.
I was also dying for one.
Can you not fly with a dick because it's just hard to ship? The size?
Yes. One thing, they're big.
They were heavy too.
They were
big dicks.
The
they
were there.
Yeah.
Or was
both of them.
Or is the pilot you're not bringing that on my plane?
I really wonder
what would TSA do with the
fucked
shadow
up
box?
But here's the thing. The content
it's a movie prop.
was so fucked up. It wasn't exploded and it looked real.
exploded
blood, dick, pubic hair, fucking gnarly, but it was presented in such a professional, nice fashion.
You put it in a Louvre.
Where does that lie? What is this?
My favorite story of the whole panel actually was about the dicks. I will repeat it on Fatal Farm's behalf. They made prosthetic penises to explode for their RoboCop video, and the guy there, what was his name? Was it Zach?
Zach, yeah.
He's the director for Fatal Farm. He runs the thing, the whole,
shebang.
Yeah, the big honcho of the company. He was like, I'm going to test it myself. And he put on the prosthetic and they tried to detonate it and it wouldn't go off. And it kept falling off.
Yeah, that's what the glue wouldn't hold.
So it kept falling off. So all right, let's test this on a table. So they put it on a table and detonated it. He said it blew a hole, 4-inch hole.
Yeah.
A 4-inch hole in a wooden table. And it was just oh, thank God the glue fell off. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here anymore. And
or he would be, but maybe his dick
a piece of anatomy wouldn't be shadowboxed and given away.
Yeah. Crazy.
It was good. Fatal Farm was there. They also make the Terry Crews Old Spice commercial. Yeah. I didn't know they did so much cool stuff.
A lot of cool stuff.
And Keith Apicary, awesome as always. We were there. We were great as usual. And we had our first satellite event ever, Super Awesome Showdown, doing a wrestling show that night, which was a huge hit.
That was fun.
You were there, yeah. Yep. The crowd was cheering. They did a Royal Rumble. People were on their feet, shouting at the top of their lungs. Amazing. And then the second day, we went to California Adventure.
Which is our first time doing that, but that was fucking fun.
Some people were...
I'm back.
Hi, where'd you go?
This stupid software didn't replay the beautiful turkey footage that we had. Letting me down. Anyway.
Some people were, when we announced that we were going to California Adventure, they were disappointed, honestly. I don't want to go there. I don't want to pay that much to go to California Adventure, and I am scared to think there are some people that actually didn't go because they had that, stagnant mentality. All the growth-minded people out there who could see the potential for fun. You came out to California Adventure, we had an amazing time. It was a great day.
It was great. Yeah.
From beginning to end, we never ran out of stuff to do.
And not only that, but I felt like it was, for some reason, we were lucky. It wasn't busy. I did every ride.
Mm-hmm. I talked to
the ride I didn't do. I did them all.
Eric isn't here today, but I talked to him about California Adventure. We were actually walking out of the park together, and I was like, what'd you think of today? And he's like, I think for California Adventure, for game days, rather, California Adventure is perfect because we're kind of big fish in a small pond. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say California Adventure is as good as Disneyland or as established or as magical, but there's less people at California Adventure, and it's still a great theme park developed by Disney, and we were kind of like the only game in town. So all day, we were seeing Game Days people no matter where we went. He specifically said, I felt like everywhere I went, I was seeing Garrett and Sean and Rocco coming around every corner. And when we go to Disneyland, it's like, I see you at the meetups, and then it's like, all right, bye. And you kind of get lost in the crowd.
Sure.
And you just kind of are mixed in with the shuffle of people at Disneyland. We took over California Adventure. Game Days was everywhere in that park. And it was a really good time.
It was a great time.
Yeah. I was really moved by I stayed till the very end, it was closing. I stayed until the last person left. And I asked everybody where they were from as everyone was kind of saying goodbye. And it didn't really occur to me until the very end of it that how many people traveled.
Right.
The distances they did. I mean, it wasn't just oh, I'm from Nevada, I'm from Northern California. I mean, there was a lot of that, and that was cool. But the amount of people, just at the end, I randomly decided, let me just ask this group of people, where's everyone from? And it was oh yeah, Finland. What? Oh yeah, Alaska. Alaska? Oh yeah. I mean, it was all over everywhere, just in that little group of people I asked. It was unbelievable, and the fact that people did that for something that we put together was just incredible. I was moved to tears. I really was
I talked to our fan from Finland. He taught me something.
What's that?
He taught me the worst swear word you could say in Finnish.
Ooh.
And I'm going to perform it for you now.
I'm ready for the performance.
I call it a performance because I'm not speaking Finnish. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm performing this as if I were a Finnish person. I don't even know what this translates into. If anybody out there knows in the chat, let me know what I'm about to say, because I don't know. He kind of explained it to me, and I was like, well, that doesn't sound that bad.
Okay, yeah.
Here's the word. Perkala.
Whoa. Sounds
Perkala.
Sounds like Klingon a little bit.
I wonder if anyone at home would be like, oh.
Perkala. Perkala. Sounds like Bear Killer. That's how I remember it.
Bear Killer.
With a little roll.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Anybody out there know?
No, we don't know.
That means werewolf cock is what somebody said in the chat.
Werewolf cock.
I was like, what does it mean? And he was like, You know, it's like when you're angry at somebody, it's like Satan. You're like calling them like Satan. I was like, okay, that bet you could come up with something a little bit worse. Berkala means father of Satan or something like that. Okay. Well, they're kind of nice in Finland, I think. If that's the worst they could say to you.
Yep.
Father of Satan.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So anyways, thank you for the lesson.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything, honestly. Yeah, it really was an incredible day. And I agree with what you were saying about California Adventure. It was such a great venue for what we wanted to do. Not in all honesty, like, if we ever do Disneyland again, that'd be super fun. Yeah. It has been fun. I always enjoy that. But it really is interesting. California Adventure, just because of how it's laid out, really fit what we were doing.
Right.
Way better than I think anyone anticipated. So that was super cool.
Good ass food.
Yeah. I had good food that day. I actually ate. That was great.
Good ass drank.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I had margarita.
Whoa.
And a buttered rum.
Oh.
Buttered rum?
Yeah, you missed out on that.
Damn.
Where did they have that? Was it one of the booths?
Yeah. It was at one of the booths. It was
they were
so
doing
funny
that festival thing.
because when we were in line for the swinging Ferris wheel, which was scary.
It was.
So much to say about that. But when we were in line, I was with Eric, and he was sipping on this little drink with a cinnamon stick. And I was like, what is that? He's like, try this. It's a buttered rum. And I was like, oh, it tasted like just delicious. I really wanted to get one. And he went to take me to where it was, and they were sold out. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer.
Damn it.
At the end of the night, we were taking everybody to California Adventure, and
to California Adventure. Wait,
I'm sorry, to Cars Land.
Okay.
To Cars Land. And their group was there, and I just kind of shouted at everybody, let's go to California Adventure! Why do I keep saying that? Let's go to Cars Land! And I started like dancing, walking to Cars Land. I felt like I was leading the parade a little bit. Everybody was following me, and then Eric out of nowhere is like, the hot buttered rum, they got it back. And I automatically, it was like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I just kind of danced my way out of line, and everybody kept marching past me. And then I'm there like, okay, let me get this drink. And then I had my little thing to sip, which tasted delicious. And we kind of split up at the end of the night. You took people on the Cars ride.
Yes.
I took a bunch of people on Luigi's Tire.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that ride is.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Sean walked by it, and he's like, what is this? What? It's the other ride.
It's a trackless ride.
Yeah.
Honestly, here's the thing. I could understand why people would not want to go to California Adventure, because if you go on your own, some of the stuff there is a little bit lame. And this is a perfect example.
Yeah.
This ride is like, it's a trackless ride where you sit in a car and the cars kind of have like a dance party.
Yeah,
they like
dance.
Mix and they twirl and they like don't crash to each other. Yeah. But when you get only Gamedays attendees on the ride, it changes the ride.
Hey, you really, there's a lot of stuff at California. That's an interesting observation. A lot of group shit.
Suddenly, that was like a Gamedays dance competition where everybody was like adding their own dance moves to it. We were shouting at each other from the ride. Yo, your car sucks. We're the best. Oh, we're winning. And everybody else in line is like, okay, who are these people that all seem to know each other? But when you have the whole ride to yourself, it's better. And so after that, that same group went on like the Bugs Life bumper cars, which only goes like 2 miles an hour. But again, it was only us riding it. So we were like charging at each other, signaling each other, screaming at each other, crashing into each other. It was really fun.
It really is. Like, I understand a lot of the criticisms of California Adventure, but that was kind of our vision for Gamedays all along, is when you have everybody there, it's completely contextually different. And
I really makes it really great. We pass out those buttons. Yeah. And if you see anyone with that button, you just start talking to them.
Totally.
And it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not just like us, because like they know. It's like everyone sees that button and they start talking to each other and making friends. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It really is.
I went on, I don't know what Grizzly River Rapids, Bear River Rapids, Grizzly River Run, whatever it is. Splashier Mountain is what I like to call it.
Sure.
Did you guys go on that?
Yeah.
Okay, I went on it. A lot of people were like, yeah, I'm going on that. And I turn around and you're like, you fucker.
I led a bunch of people onto it and then I just watched them. I didn't go on.
That ride is fun because it's like, it's the Russian roulette.
It really is.
Of California Adventure.
You don't know what.
You don't want to get wet. You might not get wet. Maybe only half of you will get wet, but that's the thrill of it, because you're going down and you're like, ah, shit, no! You're trying to throw your weight to position yourself strategically to get away from the splash. I love that ride.
Me too.
I think it's super fun.
I was dry when I got off, and the guy next to me was soaked. It's like his day
I
was
50%. I was like Two-Face, right down the middle. This side is soggy. This side is normal.
Yeah.
And then Soren, we did it all.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
super fun.
I mentioned we took the Talarico challenge. We took everybody on the Ferris wheels with the swinging gondolas to see if you can handle it. I noticed something, which I feel like I noticed before, but mentally I just blocked. There's a lot of barf on that ride. Did you notice that?
No.
Did you rode it with me? Did
not the same?
Oh,
not the same
There's
thing.
barf.
I mean, there's videos of that happening.
If you are riding the Mickey Ferris wheel, especially the swinging gondolas, as you're coming up the first side, so like it brings you up this side, look out of the ride, look to the structure of the Ferris wheel. As you're about, I might say halfway up the wheel, you will start to notice there is dried barf all over the interior of the Ferris wheel structure.
What the fuck?
Because it's the moment when you first start really swinging, and I feel like it takes a second to get accustomed to the swinging of that ride, and I know that a lot of people get motion sick just in that part, and it's all like on the left-hand side. For whatever reason, all the barf is in the same spot, but I noticed, like, I was looking around on every rung. I was like, there's barf on that rung. Oh, there's barf up there too. Oh, there's barf down there. Wow, there's a lot of barf dried onto the interior of this ride.
Jared Thorburn said that there's barf bags in the ride.
There are. I noticed that. They're like attached. Yeah, they have motion sickness
I never
bags.
realized that.
I didn't know that.
That's only in the swinging gondola, but it's there.
Huh.
Which I just thought was funny. I felt for a second like I might barf, but then I got accustomed to it. I'm pretty good about motion sickness, so yeah, it doesn't strike me very often. I got it a little bit on that ride though, but it's just the adjustment phase. But we took the Talarico challenge.
We did, yeah. I did both, and swinging was a lot scarier.
The swinging is scarier.
When we got in the cart, they almost pulled us because there was too many people in it, and I felt like that's the last fucking thing I want to hear, because not only are we swinging, now you're saying the weight's so strong we might fly off this fucking thing. Like,
you destabilized the Mickey
Christ.
Ferris wheel.
It was scary.
I rode it with Meg from Heart Slayers, and she was like so scared to get on it. And when it started swinging, she like almost had a meltdown.
Really?
Seriously, she was like, no, this is not good. This is not good. It was like, whoa.
That's the thing. That's the best part of that ride, though, is that you see it from afar and it looks like nothing. It's like, oh, look at that little cute thing.
Yeah, no.
How cute is that little ride?
Yeah.
And then you see it and you're in it. It's like, it's the scariest ride by far at the whole park. By far. Kevin, fucking psychopath, was just laughing the whole time.
Fine the whole time.
I'm not even in Kevin's cart. I'm the one above him. And I see Kevin just like, looking happy.
I had my hands in my lap like this
Everyone's
the whole time.
screaming and Kevin's just...
Eric was like surfing it. Eric was
he was standing up.
He was standing. He's like, I'm gonna stand up. I was like, you're gonna face plant into the wall of this thing so hard, and he almost did.
Yeah.
But it was just so fun. It was a good time. One kid, who might be in the chat, was really angry at you for riding. He didn't think you were gonna go on the swinging gondolas. He's like, Sean's a fucking liar. Told me he was gonna go on the swinging side. No, he's on the stationary side. He was so angry. But
what happened was,
you did both, though,
I did both. What happened was I was talking to Frankie and Lisette, like our friends I haven't seen in a while, and they're, hey, go on this list. I'm like, okay, but then I'm like, the line is so long, I'll just hop over and no one's gonna care. And so I did that. So I did both. It's fine.
To Sean's credit, he did both.
We did do a lot of line hopping throughout the day. Like, at least, well, maybe I'm speaking for myself, but there was a huge line of all MEGA64 people in any given ride. I would go up and down the line.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'm talking with these guys. You know what? I'm going to talk with these guys back here. They're from Alaska. Okay, yeah, I'm going to talk with them. All right, great. All right, then I'm going to jump. You know, I was going back and forth. Oh, so-and-so didn't get a button. Well, I'm going to go up there and give them a button. And it's funny. That was no problem the whole night. And then later that night, we did Guardians of the Galaxy. The Mission Breakout, whatever. And there was a woman in a Monsters Inc. outfit or something like that was super pissed every time I moved somewhere in line. Because I think the way that the line is structured for that ride is kind of confusing. Yeah. It's got to go here and there and out and around. That I just think any movement looked like I was just cutting strangers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, every time it was just funny. People were telling me, like, I never looked at her, but there were people like, dude, she's getting pissed. She's getting pissed. Dude, she's getting so pissed. I never saw her visually. I saw like a Monsters Inc. thing, so maybe that's what she was wearing. But I could hear her, and anytime it's like, oh yeah, these guys up here, you know what? They didn't get buttons. I'd move and I'd hear, and it was almost like a game. Like it turned into like, you know what? I'm going to go back in line to where Sean was,
right,
and kind of talk with him for a minute. And it's like I'm going backwards in line.
Personally,
I'm going, yeah.
The best thing about that, I think, is that you weren't even going to go on that ride, and you didn't.
No.
So you cutting...
That was my out... Yeah, it's like, hey, if you want to confront me about this, I mean, you're going to feel very stupid because I'm not going on it.
Yeah.
But
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did feel bad because I would be in line. I'd see like a group of people from Gamedays be like, yo, come on this line. Come on. It's fine. I have to hold the rope up. They're coming in line with me. And then I turn around. There's like a family standing behind me. And I'm just thinking like, oh. Sorry. I just put 10 people in front of you. You'll another 10 minutes on your way. Don't worry about it. But that's the magic of Gamedays.
Yeah.
And in California Adventure, we can do that.
Yeah.
We get away with it.
Yeah. So it was really incredible all around. And I want to tack on because not all of us were here for this, but California Adventure started to wrap up. We did trade a few Vinylmations. You know, which I've always done. That's something I've always done. You know, you know, I always get the little Vinylmation figures, and then they're blind box, so we trade them. This year, I don't even know if we need to do it again. It was untoppable. Someone pulled a stunt. I'm not gonna say what it was, because I'm gonna post the footage later.
Okay.
But someone pulled a stunt. There will be action taken. That's all I'm gonna say.
Legal action.
But also, we had a special guest show up from the park that got in on the action. I'm going to post the footage later, so stay tuned. But I just wanted to say that we did that at the end. California Adventure wrapped up. The park closed. We ended it on a very special Turtle Talk with Crush. And I want to say thank you to everybody because it was very funny, but it was also respectful.
That's good.
I was worried going into that. I was like, what are they going to ask that turtle?
Yep.
I thought what was asked was great. He got asked what was his favorite MEGA64 video. That was good. Turtles don't watch videos they don't have the electricity to power.
That what he said?
Yeah. And he got asked about the potential Fox merger. So that was good. But California Adventure closed. It wrapped up. But those with park hopper passes, there was 1 hour left of regular Disneyland.
Oh.
And we went over and we did get to see Lincoln, the final show of the night. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln. And I want to say everyone who was there owes Mr. Kevin right here because they were running the last show and no one was even there.
No one was
literally there.
The doors open and nobody was there
early to check it out, and the doors were open. Okay, we're closing the doors to start the show.
And I'm like, wait. Like, and I was texting
Kevin
you.
was telling them,
I was outside the front and just like, come on.
Keep it open. Keep it open. To where when we brought the whole group over, Kevin was outside going, here they are, bring it in. The show was starting and they left the doors open. I've never seen them do that. It was actually going and they left the doors open and everyone got to enjoy the final show.
Nice.
So
people came in during the show.
Yeah.
Because more and more people were coming in. They brought them in through the exit.
They understood, so they let them in the back. That was really cool.
They didn't understand?
Yeah.
And this is my theory of this, is like, no one ever sees this, ever. And then, for some reason, once a year,
at
midnight, it's a full house for Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine them like, what the fuck is happening? Like, how is this even possible?
And again, it was rowdy but respectable. Nobody was yelling crude shit at Lincoln, but everyone was really excited when he showed up. So, man, it was a great night.
So, you have to come out to the next Gamedays. We will be doing it again next year. We will keep you updated. Please come out.
Yes.
Don't miss out on the fun.
Yeah.
Don't second guess us. We know how to have a good time. We want you to be there.
Absolutely.
Make it happen.
So sorry we had so much to say about it, but it was really just an exciting time.
Let's
I was going to say we have a sponsor.
I was going to say we have a sponsor.
That's crazy.
Let's take a moment to thank our sponsor.
This is a big
Sumo.
Sumo?
Ladies and gentlemen, you thought it was impossible. They're back.
What the?
SumoLounge.com.
Wait, this is a Sumo the whole time? I thought it was part of the couch.
They've been sitting on a brand new model Sumo this whole time.
Wait, let's pull it out.
If you've been wondering why they were so comfortable. And
look at this. Look at this thing.
Look at that.
You want to be as comfortable as those guys? Look at that.
Whoa.
It's the...
I'm going to sit like, 1 second, Kevin. Excuse me.
This...
What?
Sumo Lounge.
Oh shit!
Looks like they've modeled it. They've got the ergonomic giant sausage shaped sumo now.
This is comfortable.
You could sit in any variety style of sumo, and your butt is just gonna thank you.
If you're a fan of A Bug's Life, just imagine this thing is a giant plushy slug.
Yeah.
And you're just relaxing on it.
And your ass is a warm eucalyptus leaf.
Exactly.
So go and get yourself a sumo chair. To call it a beanbag chair is disrespectful.
That's insulting.
No,
it's
sumo.
Beyond. They got the best chairs on earth. Go to sumolounge.com.
New website.
And get one for yourself.
New
They got a brand new website. If you went to the old site, you're not even going to be prepared.
You're not woke yet.
Your mind is going to be blown when you go to this new page. It's totally interactive. Everything virtual. It's cyber. I mean, what more can I say about that? So go to sumolounge.com and get a chair now. Get a few. It's the holiday season. Start stocking up for Christmas.
Stocking stuffer.
Yep. There. Yeah, the best description I've heard.
Blake Shelton has a sumo.
Yep.
And he lays on it.
And guess what happened?
Yeah, with his shirt off, and Gwen Stefani lays eyes on him.
Uh-oh. What happens next?
It's going to be hella good.
Don't speak.
Yeah.
She says, Blake, don't speak about what I'm about to do to you on that fucking sumo.
Yeah. And you know what?
Give me some of that Shelly jelly.
And you know what? Justin Timberlake went to IKEA and just got a cheap chair there.
Yeah,
Guess what?
Fucking bastard.
He's going to have a cheap seat in the jail cell.
That's right.
A tin seat.
That's right.
Toilet.
Got him.
He's going to be making wine. He's going to be strawberry champagne out of the toilet.
Yeah.
That's not his song.
Jankum style.
No, that's Bruno Mars.
Jankum style.
Anyway, so thank you, Sumo Lounge.
Yeah.
And hey, I want to talk about a very big thing coming up too. This week, the shadow is looming ever closer. That's right. Black Friday is approaching.
Oh my God.
You're going to want to keep it. You know what? Just set it to your homepage now. Shop.mega64.com. We have one of the biggest Black Fridays ever. This year, we really focused on what we thought would be the best clothing we could do, imaginable, great designs, incredible stuff coming. But there's some other stuff too. You want to check it out. Go to mega64.com and check out our news update on every single item that we are putting out for Black Friday. We filmed a little keynote too that we put live.
Check that out.
Put it live on Twitch. But get ready, Black Friday is happening. And I've had a lot of people asking, but yeah, it will all go live. It'll be midnight that night, Thanksgiving night.
And that's Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Time, midnight. Just so you know. So yeah, that's how we do it. It's late enough to where we're not eating into your Thanksgiving. If you're still eating Thanksgiving dinner at midnight, something's fucked up.
You're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, all the items. I'm wearing one of the shirts that's going to be going on sale that day. This is my favorite of the items. Well,
biased.
This was a design I asked Jason to do, and of course Nina did an awesome job. But that new sweatshirt is awesome too. The ski dance variant sweatshirt,
right there.
Is so cool. We finally got them in, and I love them. I'm not a sweatshirt guy. But man, I'm gonna wear the shit out of this one.
This.
These are going to be so limited too, so I hope they hold in there. But anyway, damn, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Be sure to tune in Black Friday. I'm sure we'll be like streaming or something, during all that. So we got to do it. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that. So check that out. If you are, and by the way, if you're a patron. And you got us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/mega64. You can always find something good. New friend dimension just went up. We played, us three right here. We played a little Donkey Kong Country. And so that's up. And people really liked watching you play.
Oh, really?
For a change.
That's a change.
Resident Evil 7,
they like that.
Okay. But this guy knows his shit with Donkey Kong Country.
I do.
There were people going, I never seen that secret. And that was
really?
Me. I was saying that.
Shit,
I was like, I've never seen that.
I got them all.
So check out that. That's on our Patreon. Even if you give just $1, you can watch all the episodes of Friend Dimension, among other things. And don't worry if you qualified for the last quarter's tier 3 and tier 2 gift package thing. Those are coming. We're getting the last final touches. These are items that required a lot of manufacturing, but we'll keep everyone updated.
Yeah.
They will be coming soon, so stay tuned.
That's right.
Anyway, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Heart Slayers podcast. We had some technical difficulties last week.
Oh, yeah.
It was the best episode we've ever done, and the recording got fucked up.
God
it was
damn it.
freezing and skipping and out of sync and unsalvageable, sadly. I'm going to try to see if I can comb through it and pull if there were any calls that were good recording wise that we can kind of salvage. But we will be recording a new episode tomorrow at 10 a.m. And this one, we're going to make sure it doesn't glitch out. So please email us, call us up with your problems. Patreon supporters get to see it 1 week early. The Heart Slayers podcast.
Hell yeah.
Sean, you gonna do your own podcast sometime?
I don't know. Someone asked me that question at Gamedays if I would ever do my own podcast, and I said I had an idea to do like a being a dad podcast, because there's a lot of being a mom podcasts. Like, I know this. There's like a billion of them. But I don't think there's any how to be a dad podcast. So I was thinking I might be doing that. We'll see. I think honestly it would be good. It'd be really fun. So maybe.
It just occurred to me that we do all kind of have our own, except for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm, and I don't mean a shameless plug, but I kind of do a monthly thing with Kevin,
right?
Called Creepy Old Crypt, where it's all just old Disneyland stories.
Yeah.
I'm putting up a new one of those in the next day or two. So yeah, what's your excuse?
I don't have one. And here's the thing. With being a parent, you make it all up as you go. And so there's like interesting stories, I think. But I'd also like to get into like, yesterday, I changed my alternator. I didn't know how to do that. But like now I could talk about doing that, because this thing's like, I didn't know how to fucking barbecue when I became a dad. I didn't know this. Every dad knows how to do that. I didn't. Like, how did let's figure this out together.
I still don't know how, but I think that's because I'm not a dad.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll do it.
I was a fat kid. I knew how to barbecue at 12. I would go out in the backyard, fire up the barbecue by myself.
Really?
Yeah,
I never knew that.
I would barbecue myself burgers.
Awesome.
Just for myself, because I was that much of a fat kid.
No, but that's cool. I think that's actually cool.
My mom at first was like, "Don't mess with the prop." Oh, he's got the propane going.
That's fucking awesome. That's cool.
I think that's awesome.
If my kids started barbecuing a hamburger for himself, I'd be so proud. I'd be so proud.
Yeah, I'd be stoked.
Well, if your kid was about 120 pounds overweight.
Maybe that balances out a little bit. But I think that's cool. I was just microwaving bullshit. I still think that's classier.
I microwave stuff,
I was boiling my hot dogs when I was a kid.
What was the most fat kid thing you did?
I melted cheese and ate it.
Jesus. What are you doing?
All kinds of stuff. I would just eat taquitos raw. For me, it was...
I've done that. I've done that recently.
I don't think it was just that it was gross food. It was just absurd amounts of food that I realize now. Like those microwave burritos you can get from Costco.
Yeah.
I would do those like 3 at a time with a can of Coke. And I'd be like, what am I going to have on the side? Some chips. And I think back now, it's like, you're having 3 microwave burritos and you're thinking about what your side item is? Like, dude,
I used
to, it.
When I was a kid, I used to take butter and roll it into a ball and then roll that ball into just sugar.
Oh, yeah. I know people who did that.
I cook it. I just ate it.
I would melt cheese and eat it. I would just have like a bowl.
I would do that too.
You know what? I'm sure you've seen this too a long time ago. But we used to take brownie mix and just put it in a cup. And then you would take a little bit of water and mix it up and just eat the brownie mix brownie
sludge.
I used to do that all the time.
See, it's funny. I never did any of that stuff. My parents were honestly good about the food we kept in the house. I never had sodas. I never had dessert, anything, any of that stuff. But it was, it's like the story of like...
rebellion.
Well, it's like the story of kids when you send them to Christian camp. It's like they're just gonna like get fucked up later, kind of.
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or what? You know what I'm saying? It's like you control them now. It was like that for me when I would go to my friends' houses. It would be like I would go to my cousin's house and it would just be endless junk food. And of course, they're all like fucking athletic, so none of them have an issue with this. But I'm over there like making sandwiches that are this high with like fucking peanut butter and pickles and cheese and fucking everything you could throw in a sandwich, and we would just, so it would go nuts. And so, it's hard to say because it's like, well, what should my parents have done? Should they, I don't know. They were good about that. But at the same time, it just made me like want to like eat all that when I wasn't around them, So
they should have let you, they should have let you go nuts.
Got it out of my system. I don't know. Maybe.
That's what I think.
But is that good advice for kids? Go nuts. Here's everything. I don't know.
No.
Hey, I was a fat kid,
no
but the
good way to
one
do it.
thing my mom did right was she gave me a can of whipped cream once. She said, "Have as much as you want."
Oh,
I shot that whole can into my mouth, and then I barfed all over the place. I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. I didn't have whipped cream again until I was 18.
Wow.
For the rest of my childhood, I just had these bad memories associated with whipped cream. And my mom always said, like, yeah, I did that on purpose. I knew you were going to just make yourself so sick of it. So,
yeah.
Oh, man.
There it is.
Anyway.
I think, are we at time? I don't know.
We're just about a couple minutes away.
Are we at time? I watched a bunch of movies this week. I read a couple of books, too. I saw this movie called The Devil's Candy, which is pretty interesting. Low budget horror movie. Wasn't like the greatest movie ever, but I enjoyed it. I want to recommend The Devil's Candy out there, especially anybody who enjoys metal music or rock and roll. The whole soundtrack is like heavy metal.
Oh, cool.
Guitars, and it's about kind of people who are into that kind of music living in Texas, and the devil starts possessing them. And pretty interesting movie. I enjoyed it. I want to recommend The Devil's Candy. And I also highly recommend this. There's a new documentary on Netflix about Jim Carrey and his time playing
I wanted to see that.
Andy Kaufman back when he made Man on the Moon. I can't remember the name of the documentary, but I watched it. I freaking loved it. I have so much respect for both Jim Carrey and Andy Kaufman. I feel like it is such a insightful look into kind of the creative madness of both of those men. Brilliant documentary. Honestly, the Netflix exclusive stuff, the stuff they make for Netflix, I kind of don't like that much of it, but this was a home run. They knocked it out of the park. Andy and Jim, I believe, is what it's called. Please do yourself a favor and watch that. I think if you're a MEGA64 fan, if you're a fan of fucking with people, if you're a fan of taking your humor too far or doing things that nobody else gets, but you feel is really funny, next level type stuff, please check it out. It was so brilliant. Highly recommended.
All right.
I saw Brigsby Bear was a movie that I wanted to see for a long time.
Yeah.
Over this past year, and never made it out because it was only playing limited release kind of thing. Brigsby Bear is a movie by the guys by
Good Neighbor.
Good Neighbor.
Okay, and Mark Hamill's in this.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill's in it. Kyle Mooney is the main dude.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about Paddington Bear. I was like, why the fuck did you want to see that movie? Okay, this makes no sense.
No, Brigsby Bear it's an independent movie that Kyle Mooney and there's a bunch of people in comedy that are in this movie, but it was I really liked it. It was it's hard to describe it without. There was definitely degrees of story or things that happened in this movie that were withheld from the marketing. So there's definitely when it's this guy loves this old show from the 80s about a bear, Brigsby Bear. It was like a sci-fi show with a bear in it.
Okay.
And when that show is ended, he takes it upon himself to try to make more of it. That's the most minimal thing I could say about it, but there's more to it, and I was not expecting that.
Oh.
It was a good indie drama that was also funny. I'm not going to say it was brilliant. It was just shy of probably being so creative that I would call it that, but it was a really charming, funny movie. So cool. I dug it.
I have not watched anything, but I've been listening to so many fucking podcasts that it's unreal. I listened to Up and Vanished, which is a real crime podcast about someone who went missing, and it's like a 26 episode thing about the same case, and it's fucking crazy. It's really, really good. Up and Vanished, Young Charlie, and Dirty John. Check those out. It's like real crime.
Isn't Good Neighbor from San Diego?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
They went so far.
Well, I think they were in LA, but I think Kyle grew up in San Diego. I think that's what it was.
I think so.
And we went to El Cajon. They stole our life.
We should be with get him. Mark Hamill.
Make a movie where we track down Good Neighbor and take over.
Okay.
That sounds good.
That's our bit.
Just real fast, the last 2 minutes. Any video games that we have played.
Well, I did want to say too, I read Heir to the Empire Timothy Zahn's Star Wars book.
Oh, okay.
That came out in 1991. Older book. A lot of people say it kicked off the Star Wars extended universe kind of craze of the 90s. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking for new Star Wars books to get into. You guys ever read Star Wars books?
No.
I was, I loved the old movies to death, but I was always, the books were like intimidating to me, or not intimidating. I felt like it was like too much. Like, yeah. I'm good. I did like Shadows of the Empire. Like, I read a few.
That one is that's highly recommended to me because I kind of asked around. I was like, "Yo, I like this book. What are some other recommendations?" And that one was like at the top of the list
because it bridged the gap between two of the old movies. But the ones that would go into what's his name? The blue guy.
Admiral Thrawn.
And
he was introduced in this book.
Yeah,
this is his first book.
It was like too much for me. I was like, no, I'm good with just the movies, kind of.
It's funny. They're definitely not as good as the movies. And my one criticism, I really enjoyed the book. My one criticism, a little bit too nerdy. Little bit too nerdy. There's something about when George Lucas names his stuff Tatooine, Dagobah. I don't know. It just fits.
Yeah,
totally. The planets in this book, like Bipfash, is like, okay.
Totally. Oh,
you're just fucking making up words that sound sci-fi. It's just, there's this level of nerdiness to it that almost takes it out of the Star Wars world for me and just into like a little bit dorky sci-fi. But that's my only criticism because I love Star Wars so much. Yeah. I can look past all that and be like, yo, cool, Luke Skywalker's doing shit. But every once in a while I'll be like, this is less Star Wars and more like High School Nerd Club.
Well, there's a clone of Luke named Luke with 2 U's. I mean,
yeah.
I remember as a kid reading that and going,
yeah, somebody's pointing out there is like a... This is a perfect example. Thank you, Hunter Jawa, for reminding me. In the book, are these like salamander type creatures that can negate the Force. So they collect these things because if a Jedi is in the room with these little like salamander things, they can't use the Force. And they're called Il Salamari, spelled with a Y. And I was just like, you just name it something cooler.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a nerdy fucking term.
It is funny, though, because even the prequels kind of started to go... George Lucas kind of started to do that too, where he wanted to name a character like Darth Icky, and people had to like talk him out of it, and like all these names. There were a lot of names in the prequels that we're used to now that were stupid. But it's funny that once Disney took it, now it's like, all right, Finn, Ray, it kind of took it back instead of
So yeah, really enjoying it. Some of the terminology is a little bit too much, but I liked it. I recommend it if you've never read any Star Wars books. I think they're cool. I read a long time ago Tales from Jabba's Palace. It's all short stories.
I did like that.
That is my favorite. If you've never read any of them, start with that one. They're short stories. They'll get you into kind of the extended universe world, and then you could start the Thrawn series like I have.
Yeah. And I played Star Wars Battlefront on the top.
Oh, nice. There we go. Video game stuff.
Battlefront 2 was I've been playing mainly just the campaign.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge multiplayer guy, but I did like adapt to it and get better at it with the first one. The first one had a problem of its content, but what was there I had fun with. And the second one, I haven't done much of the multiplayer yet. It seems like they've kind of fucked up a lot of things about it still, even though EA has gone back on a bunch of stuff, it's still random how you progress, kind of. And so I haven't gotten involved in it. I played the single player campaign. It kind of has that syndrome of, we have a spreadsheet of all the things that we need to include for Star Wars. You have to do this. So the story is kind of like stupid. It's kind of like there to just do all these eclectic things. It's pretty dumb, but I had fun playing all of it. Like it was changing between stuff. I'm in a TIE fighter. I'm going, oh, the TIE fighter crashed. I'm out. I'm shooting people. It was so, you know what I mean? It was like you're bouncing between the things you were doing so much that I still had fun playing it. So I've been enjoying that, but I haven't played the rest of it. Yeah.
Cool. I'm still playing Call of Duty World War II, and I'm really enjoying it, actually.
Yeah, I was playing that too.
The single player is pretty fun, pretty cool. There are spy missions in it that are not combat missions. You got to do espionage stuff. You got to go undercover, kind of infiltrate Nazi headquarters and stuff. It's cool. It's, new stuff. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I've been playing Call of Duty World War II.
I think I've almost beat Mario. I'm at like Bowser's Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I did beat Mario. I forgot about that.
I feel like I'm the one person who like it's good. I like it, but like everyone's like, oh,
you're the one person that likes Mario.
No. But like, I'm like, yeah, it's good game. But like for me, everyone's like, it's the best Mario ever.
I kind of talked about that. Were we on the same?
We weren't then.
Oh,
I'm on your side now. Where I was like, yeah, it's good.
It's good. Yeah. It's really good. I really enjoy it, but it's not
like,
my
Mario Galaxy to me was like, this is like unbelievable. Like this is crazy, and this is like, oh, it's kind of like a gimmick. It's good,
but it's fun. This game, I will say, now that I've beaten it, is full of really charming little gags around every corner. I felt like they were constantly giving me these things that I would laugh and smile at. You know, oh, I didn't know you were going to do. Wait until you beat this next part. There's so many great moments in it. The last level of the main game, it was awesome. I really liked it. But now that I've seen it all, I'm kind of like, I've seen it. Yeah, there isn't a lot that I'm like pulled back into. But there is a whole post game.
Oh, is there?
Like once you beat it, it's like, okay, well, game's over, but there's
cool.
some other stuff to do, and that's been pretty fun. So,
I talked to you about this earlier in the week, Rocco. I'm not going to name any names, but there's a certain person out there in the video game industry who posted his review of Mario Odyssey to complain about Cappy. And his post was a little bit of a tirade that said, Cappy is the worst character Nintendo has ever made. Not funny, not cute, not interesting. Duh! And I just thought, it's a hat. Serves a purpose.
Yeah, you throw it.
You throw it.
It comes back.
It comes back. It's like a little. It's like kind of like a boomerang.
I don't really have a lot to say about Cappy.
It's kind of like a boomerang you wear in your head.
Yeah.
It could possess enemies, so that's cool. Like a little gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Device.
And it kind of made me realize this. There's this whole culture of like hipster gamers out there that I don't know, just want to trash stuff that is kind of needless. So I had a good laugh.
It's the same attitude as raging about any game that has a dog when you can't like pet the dog.
Yeah,
this game's so you can't pet the dog. Is this a joke or is this a real? Like, what are we doing? Like,
it just
gives a fuck.
It gave me pause, and I just had to sit back and kind of laugh and think. You know what? And let this guy. Let's leave the podcast on this note out there. Have fun with your video games.
Yeah.
You don't need to take them so seriously.
Bold stance.
Yeah.
If it's a hat with eyes on it, you throw it. We can just leave it at that.
Yeah, you'll be all right. When you play your Switch around your, I mean, everyone's going to be playing. If you got a Switch, you're definitely bringing it to Thanksgiving. 100%, no question. 100%. You don't want to be talking to Grandma the whole time. You're going to be like, yeah, whatever. And so when you do it, just savor that you're around the ones you love, but really just appreciate what goes into a game, whether it's okay or not. You know, just have fun. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay.
And then
it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving, everyone.
Everyone enjoy.
Everyone in the world, this is your day to eat turkey. This is the world now.
Unless you're Kevin, that's every day.
Yeah.
I had a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, what did you eat?
Did you really?
No.
Oh.
Do you eat something different on Thanksgiving?
No, I just go crazier on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I guess nuts.
Got more options.
Nuts.
Well, anyway, you know what? I'm thankful for everyone here. So thank you, everybody. We're gonna end it.
I'm thankful for me too.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night,
everybody.
They got Blake Shelton right. Sexy ass Blake Shelton. Fucking sexy. Blake Shelton can do something to my voice. Shove it down my voice.